Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Indie Power Hour. Last time we played through the point-and-click mystery adventure Rainswept, and this week we're gearing up for Arcade Spirits. This is a visual novel set in an alternative timeline where the great video game industry crash of 1983 never happened. So arcades are now a major industry. Your goal is to run your own arcade and find romance if that's your thing. Speaking of romance, you've got 7 dateable options, each with their own voice actor. And not only do your choices impact your relationships and the future of your arcade, they shape your personality as well. So I know that's a lot to throw at you all at once in terms of game mechanics, so let's just get to playing the game and we're going to see how this all works out in action. Hey everybody, thank you so much for making it through the intro. I'm going to be your host today. We're going to be playing Arcade Spirits. This visual novel is set in like a cyberpunk world, and you get to run your own arcade. I played this back when it was just kind of a demo for my YouTube channel, and I played it for 1 game, 1 minute, and now it's finally available as like a full game. It's got full voice acting, which I'm really interested and really excited for. So we'll go ahead and we'll just dive right into it. Super excited to play this with y'all today. I guess this doesn't have a voice, so I will voice act.
Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. New profile 237771. Economic bracket. Lower middle.
That stings.
Employment category. Bleak. Current emotional health rating. Low.
Wow. I feel called out.
Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Negative. Premium level assistance requested. Proceed. Negative. Pretty please. Negative. Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile 237771. Justification. Hope.
Thank you, computer, or whatever the heck we are. I don't know.
Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata.
So basically you get to customize your character in this game, which I find super cool. So you can even customize like your pronouns. So like you could go by she, he, they, them, theirs if you want to. You can change your name. Just 'cause. Reversing things. I don't know. You can do your hairstyle. Ooh, I like the medium haircut. You can change your skin tone to make it this vaguely green color. I'm not quite sure why you would want to do that, but we're just gonna go for it. Honestly, I am trying to be fast about this because I know that like if I was playing this game by myself, I would spend forever customizing my character, trying to just make them look interesting. Ooh, I vote. Let's do. Yeah, we look great. We look good. Can we change our clothing though so that we don't look so strange? Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Okay, so here we are. We're our person. Sweetie Sam. Pronouns she, her, hers. Yes, this is correct. Yep, we are. I wish that you can kind of customize your facial features because that would be cool, but there's a massive color palette there and a massive array of options to choose, so I'm pretty well satisfied.
Premium level assistance for profile 237771. Swiggity Sam has been activated for the sake of her hopes and dreams.
I guess I was dead before, or maybe a cyborg and I just came to life. That seems different from when I played it in the for the demo. Okay, so this is fair use, so they may actually bring out actual games. Winners don't use drugs. That's a great game. I remember that arcade game. I played it all the time at Chuck E. Cheese. Winners don't do drugs. I'm kidding. I never played that game. Okay, so this is pretty good. So level 1, put your quarter up. But what if I don't have quarters? Ooh.
It is the future year 20XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of Catastrophe, I'm so sorry. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister, I don't know, robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro-gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AIs, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds to date, I've had no part in any of them.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're supposed to be me. Sorry. I thought that we were still the computer and the computer was giving us an introduction to life, but that's not how it works. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesman, and a lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kiddos peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Behold, my quaint little apartment. Can't complain, really. It's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. I love the penguin. And the bottle of wine here over next to the coffee maker. That's nice. Microwave with some pizza. Lovely cracks in the walls. There is a light that is not there that needs to be replaced. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most of my family tree. Or at least I was before today.
Another job?
Oh, I'm sorry. She's my roomie.
Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
I did not expect that little voice to come out of her. That's so cute. The horrified looking woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend Juniper. Juniper is the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, today.
I get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
I'm going to turn up her voice a little bit. It's actually a little quieter than I anticipated. Okay, we're going to return. Oh, look at... Wait, I'm sorry. Sorry to get distracted. Look, you can... Style. Background animation. That's so cool. I'm going to try the pixel style. Ah, okay. So it looks like they... Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because you actually enjoyed that job more than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks at the very least. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Whatever. I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were, coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you...
The point of us moving away from home, if not to get away from all of that. I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right?
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused. I don't know if that's a glitch or if this isn't fully voice acted.
That's confusing.
I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
I don't know how I feel about that. That the voice acting... Not that the voice acting is good, but I just kind of wish that for consistency's purposes, they would stick to it. Like, if you're going to voice act every single thing... Like, I think back to kind of like Dream Daddy, where they did just kind of... they did like yeses and 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 just like the very random kind of sound effects. And here it's like we get random sound effects, we get full voice acting, and it's this weird combination. So I don't know how I feel about that. And then I kind of think back to other games that I've played, like The Letter, which is a horror visual novel, and it is fully... I smacked my microphone, but it is fully voice acted, like word for word. Every single character has their lines, and they give the sound effects, and they really went all out on it. So to kind of do this middle of the road, I don't know if it works. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit personally. My mind's made up. We're gonna find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of a class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants, and your dream job. Oh, I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought. Okay. She pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture and his water gun right. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe I can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, right? Oh, interesting. We get kind of custom art. I wonder kind of what the mechanics are in that. That's really cool. It's not just kind of like generic, I'm looking at my room. We actually get our character that we've designed. That's cool. That's super cool. Okay, so basically we're worried about it. We left everything behind, and I'm not going to read all of that. I'm sorry. Get the game. If you want to read through every single word, you can get the game. Okay, but that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled, no. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidney sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. That's a little weird. That our roommate is so concerned about, I mean, it's sweet, but it's also weird that our roommate is so concerned about, like, us living the best life. And I'm not quite sure here, but it doesn't seem like we have such a solid connection to each other. We knew each other from our hometown, but we weren't necessarily friends. So do I trust in Juniper's weird little app or just go find some job that pays? Oh, let's give the weird app a shot. That's what we're here for, right? Okay, figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I loaded up, tapped the icon, and...
Hello!
I did not sign up for that. I signed up to download an app. Huh. Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me, I went, huh? Also, it's one of those kind of 3D screens, so, not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version. Sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? Wow.
But then I have to...
Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts? Thank you for subscribing to Pizza Facts.
I said no, but...
Get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
Pretty tall order for an app to do. Are you some sort of digin? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure, why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already had a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, hey phone, search the web for job listings, and it worked just as well. But I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous patent pending super duper identity identifier system. Between you and me, they really, really wanted an acronym that matched my name but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. I paused for a moment because I'm like, I can think of the letter. I can think of what to do. Sure, give me the sales pitch. So, every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. The system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Sounds to me like your programmers also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct. My branding game is on point. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just think for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground, but that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more. You could just be basic. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll be predominantly goofy, genuinely steady, a mix of both. Who knows? It's up to you. So what, you're saying I should always try to crack jokes to be super gutsy? Heck no, do just what feels best in the moment. Sometimes that's basically just being basically, and that's totally fine. It's okay to be basic, y'all. It's okay. There are no bad choices. You could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Letting it happen naturally is kind of my thing. I'm a go with the flow sort of person. Nothing really bugs me. You might be interested in the next feature then. This app you've downloaded can let you see identity indicators if you want. That way you can make an informed decision. In case you guys wanted to know, I did not play through this. When I played through the initial demo, the identity identifiers were there, but they weren't fully explained, and like kind of my responses weren't entirely explained. I knew it could impact like my personality and how I interacted and bonded with others, but I didn't know this whole intro here. This is all new. This is brand new to me, and we'll just kind of keep going here. But if you prefer, I can hide those indicators, keep it a surprise, let you simply go with the flow as you say. Which would you like? Do you want to see the colored identity indicators? So I'd like to see those, just so that we can all kind of get an understanding of what this, how this works. Okay, so you'll see indicators in all their glorious color. What if I'm colorblind? That's why they're also uniquely shaped icons. Don't worry, I got your back. That's pretty neat. That's pretty great. Now let's see my patent pending identity identifier system in action. How you feel about dad jokes? Hi jokes, I'm dad. I never said I was good at dad jokes. So this is kind of how the scoring system all works. So this is definitely like way more detailed than the demo that I played. The demo that I played, it was pretty much like, it's your first day at this arcade, kiddo. Good luck. Do good. You're gonna rack it. And this kind of explains the mechanics of the games a little bit more, so that's nice. Our personality is 100. We are a social god. Okay. Vocal. So this is kind of like the track. So this is kind of the relationship score, so we can see where we're at with different people. I forget exactly how many different characters there are that we could date. Sweetie Sam. I promise you that if you bungle a few... Okay, so no cheating needed. How do you cheat in the visual novel? Like, you just look up a playthrough and you're just like, you know what? Click, click, click. In other words, don't freak out too much about what the right thing to say is, so just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself and everything will work out. Will it, though? Okay.
No, silly. I mean your spirit, your hopes and dreams, your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Oh. Oh, is she gonna get us a date on Tinder? Oh. Oh, that's cool. So we could just play this game with a focus on the arcade and not doing any kind of dating. So let's go ahead and date our coworkers, which is a terrible idea, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. Why not? Okay. I wish that we could organize like an interview. So she organized an interview for our dream job. And we gotta go. No, just go. What kind of, like, what do you, for a free app, I honestly gotta say, where all we had to do was download it and subscribe for some pizza facts, this is pretty chill. I would hella pay money for an app that would just be like, here's your job interview for your dream job, 30 minutes, chop chop. Okay, yeah, what the hell, let's do this. Okay, so we're just... That's good. So it's 3 weeks later. Like I said, I'm not reading everything. The bus drops me off. It's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of the 1990s, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa. One's called Lattes and Enemas, which is... Was that a Navi reference? Okay, so we're talking about... So, arcades are big businesses in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebrities. 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. So one other thing to kind of bring up about arcade spirits is that it plays upon the idea of what if video games didn't have that big crash, which I believe happened really in the 80s, and what if arcades were still popular to this day. Whole story. That's so classy. Okay. So, yep. Yeah, the 1980s, we nearly avoided a serious industry crash. So back in the 80s, there was a serious industry crash where games were just not being made, or like the games that were made were terrible. So kind of during this decade, one of the games that really comes to mind for me is E.T. E.T. was a horrible, horrible game, and it was literally just made to capitalize. And I don't think it was until like the 90s, kind of with the resurgence of the PlayStation, the Nintendo 64, and other consoles that we started, and sort of also the rebranding of the industry, that we started to see it come back. Yeah, because it was bad. For instance, one factor could have been about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. Yep. If this game was complete, it was overproduced and undersold and ruined video games for years. Unfortunately, I think E.T. is like now a collector's item now, so even though it's the worst game ever, I think it could make you a lot of money. Don't quote me on that though. Please Google it. Please don't take my word. I am like spitballing here. So this crisis only exists in theory now, but it's really funny because in our world this actually happened. Like the video game industry crashed. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. So, okay, I told you to be gutsy. I really do not care about you complaining about how you don't want to do this job and how you're not really sure. Just do it. Please, Swiggity. Oh my god, please just go in. Oh, that's right. We had a family curse where everything always goes wrong for us. That was another thing, and so we kind of think that everything's going to be crashing down and that that's kind of why we're insecure, I guess. But I still just kind of want to go in. This is cool. This is very cool. I love this background. And it's animated too. That's really cool. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers. Although it's so packed with games, I probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat, considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade. That's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it, like really old. Although we don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing, a Japanese import? That would be a Showtime stage, a collaboration of Nihon Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. It's DDR Max, guys. Calm down. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magical Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is kind of new to me. Oh, so this is like your Pac-Man reference. Fist of Discomfort. I'm so sorry. A hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat 'em up is I could have made a really bad joke. I'm really trying to resist. It's been a long week. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked, and over here is Old Lady. She owns, she's our boss. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Hi.
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear?
I saw Funplex. I didn't see anything about a Francine.
I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
Why do you have fortune cookies for earrings? Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's Pac-Man or Moopy.
My oh my.
What they can do with technology these days, so...
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it?
No, I don't. It's over my head. I don't know where... I'm so lost.
Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband.
That's so
Sadly,
sad.
he died peacefully in bed some years ago. Oh, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
Oh my god, I don't need to hear that, Francine. Thank you. And I am grossed out. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we're just... There's a conference room in here. There's booze in here for whatever reason. There's a penguin. I guess penguins are more popular in the future than kittens.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be? If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be? What's your favorite snack?
When you have pizza on a bagel,
No, I don't want pizza bagels. Tacos are not a snack. I don't like any of these options. I'd rather go with the gummy bears. Okay, so...
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
I'm not afraid to shoot my coworkers in the head if they get bit. Is that okay? Is that a good response? Yeah, I guess I could also save people. But for real, like you know how in those zombie movies when they're like, "Oh no, we can't put down Gavin. Like he just because he was bit doesn't mean that he's going to turn." And it's just like, he's going to turn. Like, we have to take care of this. And Gavin's like, you know, you got to put me out of my misery. You got to do it. And everybody else is like, "No, Gavin, we can't." I would not be that person. I would be like, "You know what? We love you, man. And I don't want you to turn into a zombie." I went off on a random tangent there. I'm going to redirect my attention to the game. So we have medical knowledge.
Why are you here? You're seeking a job? No doubt. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long.
What kind of future can you have working at an arcade? Like,
Ask you again. Why are you here?
I don't know why I'm here. I thought I was here to get a job. I mean, I don't want to do this because this is kind of a lame response, and me thinking from like my interviewee perspective, I'm just kind of like, you know what? Shouldn't go with the balanced response where you're just like, "I don't know. You tell me why I'm here." It's like, you're here for a job. Duh. You're here for a job and you're here to figure out what you want to do. So I think that we are going to go with the more gutsy response, and we're just going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm here to take risks. Like, I need to learn what I want to do with my life. Sometimes you might take a job that you don't necessarily like see a future for yourself in, or you don't really think that it kind of like aligns with your principles, or like, you know, just thinking back to the time when I started working, I originally used to work in kind of the fast food service, and well, it was like fast casual dining. Thinking back to that, like, of course I didn't see a future for myself in that industry, and I didn't see a future for myself at that particular restaurant, but it was nice because I was able to learn certain skills, like learning how to work with customers and everything. And I think even taking on a job that you don't like, or that you don't think that you're going to be very successful in, even just for like a little while, it can be helpful to identify what you don't want to do in life. So I think that some people might look at like their crappy like day job, or even like their crappy like fast food job, and just be like, "Man, this sucks." And it's like, it does suck, but at least you're learning something about yourself, and you're learning something about what you want out of life. So it's not a waste, you know? It's not. So I need to take a risk. Is this job my dream? I don't know, but I have to try. Exactly. So we'll figure this out. I don't know how we're making ends meet by working at a as a lifeguard, but all right, you know. So we basically just help people redeem tickets for prizes. That's the entire. It was her grandson that quit. Look at that. That's so cute. I think that it could be frustrating to work in an arcade all day, mostly just because you're surrounded by kids, and I think that you would have a massive headache by the end of the day. I think you'd be so done. Why is there like a giant sloth? What is that? Why are there like eggs? Like, are those Kinder eggs? But do you have to like be attentive the whole time, or can you be like reading a book or doing something else that's productive, or could you be taking care of other things? Like, if I'm in between doing like tasks at work, or if I have something that I need to do, I try and just kind of do a bunch of little things all at once. Nobody has walked up. This is not a customer. This is Gavin. Hi, Gavin. Hold on a minute. Okay, I guess he doesn't have a voice. See, this is my thing. If you're gonna have voices, just fully voice act it. If you're gonna have voices that speak for... I get that you would have to probably pay the voice actors more money, but from my perspective, I'm just kind of like, I want to hear the voices. Like, you put effort, and the voice actors put effort into this. I am Francine, I had work done. No, I'm Swiggity.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper. I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Sounds like we've got some great job security here. Okay, so we're the floor attendant. So... I understand. So Gavin's saying that he's really not a people person. And that's why he's kind of in managing the business side of things. I think that I can be a people person if I'm in the right kind of mood, but I'm also very much an introvert. So spending time around people or talking to people like a lot consistently becomes very easily overwhelming for me. And I get burnt out, like if I'm interacting with people constantly. I think that Gavin's the type of guy that like wants a more balanced response. I think that I don't know if I'm into Gavin yet. I think I have to check out kind of the other people, but he looks good. He looks good. That's all I'm going to say. He looks good. Great. So basically he's just kind of, I think...
Clear and honest with me? Do your work, do it well. We'll get along swimmingly. I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Ow.
I take it Francine told you her theory, that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade. I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me? I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically. The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard.
Okay, so this place is still, even though there wasn't a games collapse, this place is still pretty much, it's still struggling. I mean, it is an arcade. You're literally working.
Can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
I never know when people are gonna talk. I'm just gonna be a little bit... Why so aggressive? I just started here? Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, so Naomi, I think, is in charge of of repairing the games. She kind of reminds me of, like, the Molly doll from the American Girls. If any of you know about the American Girl doll, she looks very much like Molly. She reminds me so much of Molly. Okay. I like all the detail and the different sceneries. This kind of reminds me... Why does this remind me vaguely of Five Nights at Freddy's? Okay, so basically, this is Naomi. And we're gonna go talk to her.
Hey, you know this room is for employees only. Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Swiggity Sam. If I was Naomi and someone walked in and they're like, "Hi, I'm Swiggity Sam," I'd be like, "Get out." Get out.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my texts. Oh, whoops.
I'm not super into her. I think she's cute, but I also think that she's...
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild.
She's not my type.
The Funplex's techie. Hi. Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about
Beneath
now.
that layer of joy, I detect a lot of passive aggressivity.
Yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help?
Passive aggressive response?
give
Come
me a minute.
on,
Sorry.
okay.
It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time. Oh, well, I dropped it.
Okay, yeah, so she's probably really not gonna like me. I'm gonna mess with her. She's gonna be the character I mess with. Okay. I mean... Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, you asked me for my opinion. I thought that you were genuinely asking for me to contribute.
I don't know.
He has to care about money because he has to pay people. Like, he's not a jerk because he wants to care about his bottom line and make sure that people get paid. If anybody's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That's so mean to say about someone who's trying his best. I don't like Naomi. That's... No, we're taking her down. That's rude. That's rude. That's uncalled for. And that also puts us in an awkward position because we just started here and she's talking trash about the guy that is trying to take care of everybody. Like, maybe we don't understand everything about what's going on. And there's some things underneath the surface as to why people might not like Gavin, but it seems just like he's just trying to keep things in order, and to kind of attack him for that is not nice. Yeah. Okay, so she doesn't trust him because she thinks that he just wants to implement games that are prize grabbers. And she kind of appreciates video games individually as an art, which I understand, but it's also like, this is a business. Like, can we meet a happy medium? Okay, so we're just kind of helping her. Okay, so we're kind of helping her move things in. Iris, really, I don't want a pizza bagel right now. Back when they lived in Japan. Okay, rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy things. Wait, what? So she's like, you can't eat wubsub. Okay, you can't eat subway. You can't eat that because otherwise you're gonna get sick and that's not healthy. So she gives us her healthy lunch and then she's like, I'm just gonna go get nachos. Ay. Like, yeah, I think that, yeah, she was looking for an excuse. So we're eating a bento box, which is nice. Sorry. What the hell is that? It's a flamingo. I don't know. Hello, anyone in there waking? Nothing to be afraid of. Looks like you stabilized. I was worried I scared the life right out of you.
So, I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over, maybe? I'm Ashley. I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity. Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph? Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex, after all. You work here? Since when?
I really like her voice.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
If you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more. So she's just kind of going off on her own. Oh, okay, so she's a cosplayer. So, oh, yes. Do we get to dress up as our favorite? That's so nice. So she wears the costume basically so that she can kind of entertain the kids and everything. The mascot of the Funplex. Yep. Oh, okay, so Ashley thinks that Gavin and Naomi like each other. I didn't pick up on that. Wait, what? They bicker like an old married couple. It's a classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together, mark my words, swiggity. They seem like a very classic rivalry. Okay, so she's letting us finish our... Yeah, I really like Ashley. I think she's sweet. I like her better than I like Naomi, personally. Naomi starting off by starting some stuff, you know? Starting off our first day by starting problems. So we haven't met everybody yet. Let's look at the Showtime stage. Let's go to the DDR Max. DDR Max. I remember when we used to have the DDR game for the PlayStation, we used to have the giant sort of dance mats and everything. And I remember how every single time it would start up, it would say just DDR Max. And we just used to kind of memorize that. So funny. Okay. So... I'm not gonna have dance fever. I was terrible at it. Whoa! Hell yeah. They have gorgeous color... The color coordination is gorgeous and intimidating, so very impressed. So, looks like that these are the guys that just kind of dig DDR. It was really funny because sometimes we used to play DDR at the movie theater, and my brother got really into it. And I remember back in the day when DDR was a huge thing, there used to just be huge crowds that would form around the DDR stations. So that really does take me back. Let's dance. Yeah, let's dance. Let's dance. Is there a minigame? Is there a minigame? Okay.
Hey, wait.
I'm not into you. I just want to dance. Like, you're an alright guy, but the braid with the mullet is strange.
Nothing as special as you. I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So,
Yes. Yes, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, wait. Oh, so Ashley's really mad that, like, we're gonna take time to play. But it's her first day, Ashley. Come on. And you bothered us during lunch, so... I didn't even get my 30-minute break, alright? That's really important. So, basically, he is kind of, I think so yeah, we're basically gonna just be like workplace safety, so...
didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Thank you.
Sometimes you just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
Officer Swiggity has spoken. I'm so sorry. Okay, so here we go. We're continuing. I'm trying to figure out where everybody is. So this is definitely like a lot faster, a lot slower pace than the demo that I played. So we're going to go to this irate customer. Is this an angry mom? Oh. I'm Swiggity. I want this... Okay, so... Yeah, please stop. Oh, this guy is just... He's just playing. Okay. Oh, okay, so this guy is he's just trying to get the... Oh, okay, so he's refusing to get off the game. Don't be that person, okay? Please don't. Like, when you go to an arcade and everything, some people can appreciate the whole fact that you're trying to, like, meet a record, but people are there to have a good time, and they're there to play games as well. And I remember as a kid, it was always so disappointing because there would be people that would commandeer, like, certain machines. Like, I remember, if I went to an arcade, and I remember doing this, like, a couple times with, like, friends where we would go to arcade for, like, birthday parties, and, like, it was a laser tag emporium, like, bowling place as well. And sometimes there would just be boys that would be so aggro, and they would just, if there was, like, I think there was, like, a big Jurassic Park shooting game, one of those games where you sit in a big sort of car, and you just kind of shoot at things. Yeah, there would be people that would literally, like, if I showed an interest in the game, or me and my girlfriend showed an interest in the game and tried to go over and play it, there would be boys that would, like, rush in just to block us out of playing the game. So don't be like that. It's douchey. Be nice. Share the games. Okay? Don't do that. This guy is being a tool. Okay. I'm not pleased with you. What? No, this is so inappropriate. Like, you're trying to buy Moopy? No, because... Yeah. It's part of the arcade. What? So he's giving us $1,000? So that we can keep it there and okay.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Oh, he's British. Why do you remind me of Brian from Dream Daddy? Is this what Brian from Dream Daddy looked like back in the 90s, like before he had kids? Sorry. I'm digging that dad bod now. No. I'm not very impressed with him. I still mostly like Gavin. I didn't anticipate that happening.
I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy. I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant.
Percy!
I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk. Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know. What can I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once? Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
Okay.
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being
Wait, he's not British. Is he Australian?
I score my best when I'm in real world conditions.
I can't
It's all
tell.
about the emotions. The laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest. Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, this brings us to the end of our playthrough today. We've hit about an hour. We haven't even met all the characters yet. So, just kind of keep in mind, like, there are a lot of people that we need to meet in this game. And there's a lot of different kind of types of things that you can do in this game. So, I'm pretty kind of amazed by sort of just kind of the level of detail that's put into this game, kind of the interactions of things. It's not just about romance, it's about running this arcade, which when I played the demo, that's what first attracted me to it. I think that the voice acting, while the voice actors are good and they're talented, little bit awkward here and there, but you know what? I think that if anybody else is interested in playing this game, you should go grab a copy of it. So I'm going to take us right to our outro now. Thanks. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Indie Power Hour. Hope you enjoyed the sneak peek of Arcade Spirits. If you're interested in playing the full game, you can check it out on Steam. To see future episodes of Indie Power Hour, please follow me or GameLuster on Twitter. Thanks again for watching.